Hello and welcome to another edition of It's Just Our Opinion. Today we're going to do a little talk about clowns. You know, Halloween's coming up and stuff, and today we actually have a special guest. We have brought in one of the world's most famous clowns, Clown Bertha. And Bertha, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you know, we've never had a clown on the show before. You know, a lot of people think I'm a clown, but I'm really not. I just enjoy coming out and talking and stuff. But you know, to actually have a clown on the show to talk about clownism, it's just you know, it's just an honor for us. And you know, I know you've got a busy schedule, but to take it out and come talk to us, hey, thank you very much for that. Is there anything you want to tell anybody before we get started about the trip you made down here from Clownville?
Oh, I rode my tricycle the whole way here. It took me about 4 hours, but I made it.
That's good. Did you have to use your horn very many times to get people out of the way?
On the interstate, yeah, I did.
Yeah, we have that trouble a lot of times too. You know, when we pass a clown, we never blow at them because I know they'll blow back, meow, meow. So we don't want that going. But you know, clowns are really interesting. You know, I looked it up, and the word clown in German means don't leave the kids alone with that one. Don't leave the kids alone with that one. That kind of sounds like somebody might have been scared in Germany of clowns. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of kids are scared of clowns, even though some of them are so friendly.
They really are, but you know, it kind of surprised me that that's what clown actually means in German. You know, clowns, you know, there's clowns all over the world. I know you've got families scattered all over not just here in Alabama and in the United States, but all over the world. I mean, I see people all the time that look just like you. And so, you know, clowns have rules to go by. A lot of people have no idea that. They just think a clown can do what they want to. But they actually have rules, and it's called the Clown Commandments. And I know you know that, and some of the things that you can't do is you know, you want to tell us a little bit about the Clown Commandments? Well, I know you can't smoke.
Oh, you can't smoke, you can't drink, no vulgar language, anything bad whenever you have your whole clown outfit on.
That's right, because clown commandment is, you know, it's real important because, you know, you got good clowns, bad clowns, but even the bad clowns are supposed to go by the commandments. But I'm sure if they're sticking knives in people, they're probably not going by the commandments. But I'm sure there's probably like a clown court.
Oh, yeah, we got a clown jail, and a couple of them sit there.
Well, yeah, that's what I'd be afraid of. You know, clowns was first created in Egypt back in 2500 BC. Now, they thought they was pygmies. You know, that was kind of short. Some of them was and stuff. And you know, do you have any kinfolks in Egypt? Did you? I mean, you kind of look like some of those.
I look like a couple of my ancestors, so I'm sure I have some far down the line.
Well, that you know, it's just funny how a lot of clowns look just alike, and I don't know how you tell each other apart when you're walking down the mall or something. I mean, but from Egypt, I guess maybe your hair part's different or something. But anyway, that's really good that it come from Egypt in 2500 BC. Now that's a long time ago. That's a long time.
It is.
You know, one of our presidents, Richard Nixon, loved clowns. Now a lot of people thought he was a clown. You know, he had a lot of stuff going on, but he loved clowns so much that in 1971 he started National Clown Week. That's always the first week of August. Now, how do you and your family, how do y'all celebrate National Clown Week?
National Clown Week to us is or like Christmas to most families in America. We make a big deal about it. We usually get on our tricycles, ride down the malls, the halls in the malls, and just scare little kids. It's big for us.
Well, I figured it would be. I mean, to have a whole week named after the clowns. I mean, you know, we have birthdays and stuff, which, of course, y'all have birthdays too, but to have National Clown Week, the whole week, the first week of August. Now, do y'all buy each other candy and celebrate like that? I mean, I know you ride around and scare people and stuff, but do you eat a lot? I mean, what do clowns really do to celebrate like that?
We absolutely love candy, and we like stealing it from little children. So that's all we eat mostly is candy.
Well, that's good. That probably probably, you know, explains why a lot of clowns are a little chunky. You know, if they eat all that candy like that, and, you know, they get it from kids and stuff. But you know, that is really neat to have a whole week of Clown Week. And you know, I never knew that till just recently that there was a whole week that we celebrated National Clown Week. But since 1971, that's a really good thing to know in case you know you run across some family members and they're not celebrating in August. You say, hey, why are y'all down? Why ain't you celebrating? So, you know, that's good. Now I know, like I say, this time of year, Halloween is nearly here, and you know you see clowns everywhere. Seem like they just come out of the woodwork during Halloween. But what is your favorite time of the year, Miss Bertha?
Definitely right before Halloween, where nobody expects us to have on our suits and all of our attire and pop out in places and scare everybody.
Well, when you scare, do you actually scare people on Halloween?
Oh yes, that's our biggest day of the year. We all look forward to it.
Now I'm sure. Do you knock on doors and try to get candy, or you just take it from kids?
Take it from kids, knock on windows, just scare.
Well, that is good. What about haunted houses now? A lot of people love haunted houses. Now, when you go into a haunted house, you see a lot of clowns. You ever worked in a haunted house?
I've worked in a couple haunted houses, and so have a lot of my relatives.
Does it pay pretty good?
Yeah, free candy, and we get to scare people.
Well, what about if you're walking down the street and you see a haunted house? Do you ever go in? Because I'm sure you wouldn't have to pay because they wouldn't know if you're part of the cast or not.
Oh yeah, we would just slip in. Pretend like we worked there for a little bit, get some candy, scare some kids.
What's the scariest haunted house you've ever heard of?
Oh, it's definitely this new one they have out that pays $20,000 to get through. And that's the absolute scariest. It's a lot of talk about it lately.
Now, does any of your relatives actually work there in that one?
I have a couple.
Of course, they probably try to make sure nobody makes it through.
Oh yeah, we try to be the scariest people there.
Well, you know, that would be neat. You know, I don't go to haunted houses anymore. Now, when I was younger, I always liked to go through them and stuff, and you know, but all these people jumping out and stuff now, you never know, you know, with all the crime and violence, if the clowns and monsters and stuff in the haunted house are real or they're just playing. And of course, I know, you know, you could recognize your family members when you went in, and so you would know that it was good clowns. But you ever go through one and actually get scared yourself?
Not particularly. There are good clowns and bad clowns, so you just have to watch out for them.
Well, you know, that would be hard for me to try to recognize them. So I just kind of quit going to them, you know, anymore. And I know, you know, a lot of people go. They're very popular, you know, especially this time of year. In fact, this time of the year is the only time you can find them is around Halloween, and so, you know, it's a lot around. But I've heard of that one too, you know. But I don't think anybody's ever made it through.
Nobody's ever made it through.
What about the life of a clown? You know, when you walk around and you go shopping or you just walk down the street, I know you get a lot of looks.
Oh, we love attention. Some little kids aren't scared of us, so they'll come up to us, want to take pictures with us. They'll give us money, think we're working. I like it.
Well, that's good. Now, you know, being a clown is so much different than just being an ordinary person. I mean, you always walk around with people looking at you. Now, what about do you ever just get tired of having a red nose? I mean, when you walk, the nose is always red. I mean, you know, and a lot of times people get a big red nose when they drink a lot. But now clowns, you know, can't drink or smoke when they're in their uniform. But you've always got a red nose. I mean, does that ever bother you, just knowing that the nose is red all the time?
No way. I love the clown life, and all of my relatives do. We all love the attention, the free candy, and everything that comes with the clown life. It's a lifestyle for us.
So you actually enjoy it then, and your whole family, everybody loves being the clowns and stuff. You know, a lot of times, you know, we think about people when people are having babies and stuff, and Now, when clown babies are born, do they naturally come out with a red nose and the floppy ears and big feet, or how does baby clowns look when they're born?
They usually have the big red noses, and all of them have the huge feet. All of them, right when they're born.
Yeah, no, that probably helps the doctors too, because you know they still turn them up and give them that spank to make them cry to clear the lungs. And I guess with them big feet, they can grab them and they know the feet ain't gonna slip through their hand. And so, you know, have you ever helped the doctor spank a baby when it comes out?
No, I've never done that before.
Never have. Well, I hadn't either, you know. Well, you know, I just think that this is a great time of year. Halloween's nearly here. We're going, you know, we'll be able to go out in the next few days, and there's going to be clowns running up and down the streets everywhere. Going to be little kids, and some of them's going to be scared of you, and some's not. But you know, if you had any advice for parents that's going to send their little kids out to buy candy and stuff, and they see clowns, what do you think they should do?
Not all clowns are bad, just remember that. Some of them are good, they're just here to take pictures with the kids, play with them, and give them candy.
Well, I appreciate you being on the show, Miss Bertha. Our time's about out, but you know, it's just having you here to talk about clownism and what being a clown means, and you know, that we can share this with the thousands of people that's going to be watching this show. It means a lot, and like I say, I hope you have a safe journey home. And before we close, is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
We'll see y'all at Halloween.
Well, listen, everything that we've said here, including Bertha's comments, you know, is always just our opinion.